Kota ngasi Career Point Kota Imphal Center asigi launching function asida lengbirakliba dignitaries, invitees, amadi mayam pumnamopu sinja langjariba singi mahut sinjaraga aihakna ikai kumna baucha bagaloinana taram nokchari. To proceed on with the program, may I now invite Sri R.K. Nimai, retired IAS officer, the chief guest of today's function, to kindly take the seat on the dais. Please, sir. The guest of honor of today's function, Sri Anil Haurokcham, General Secretary, MCCI, and Srimati L. Nalini, Vice Principal, Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary School, to kindly take the seat on the dais. And last but not least, may I invite Srimati Sakshi Sharma, Senior Member, Career Point Kota, the President of today's function, to take the seat on the dais. Ngasigi, Thauramasigi, dignitaries singna, dais telengsan bikraba matung. Thauramasigi, dais telengsan biriba, dignitaries singda, jamlaba, lengyan, amadi, give hamper kudol tamnabagi tanjadu lauzage. Ngasigi, Chief Guest Oibiriba, Sri R.K. Nimai, retired IAS officer amadi, Guest of Honor Oibiriba, Sri Anil Haurokcham, General Secretary, MCCI, Dignitary Aniyasida, Chamlaba Kudol Tambinabagidamakta, Sri Lokrakpam Kiran, Managing Director, Career Point Kota, Imphal Center Bu Kausinjari. Sarna, Ngasigi, Chief Guest, Sri R.K. Nimai, retired IAS officer amadi, Ngasigi Guest of Honor Oibiriba, Sri Anil Haurokcham, General Secretary, MCCI da, Chamlaba Kudola si Tambinabagidamakta, Ningthemcha. Thagachari. To felicitate Srimati L. Nalini, Vice Principal, Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary School, the guest of honor of today's function, and Srimati Sakshi Sharma, Senior Member, Career Point Kota, the President of today's function. May I now invite Mr. Sudhir Laishram, CEO, Career Point Kota Imphal Center, to kindly felicitate the dignitaries. Ngasigi, Guest of Honor Oibiribi, Srimati L. Nalini, Vice Principal, Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary School da, Chamlaba Kudola si Tambinabagidamakta. Aduga, Srimati Sakshi Sharma, Senior Member, Career Point Kota, Ngasigi President Oibiribi asidasu Kudola si Tambinabagidamakta, nolug na Ningthemcha. Ngasigi dignitary singda Chamlaba Kudola si Tambirabagidamakta, Sri Lokrakpam Kiran, Managing Director, Career Point Kota Imphal Center amadi, Mr. Sudhir Laishram, CEO, Career Point Kota Imphal Center bu hainingai leita na thagat pafongdokchari. May I now invite our dignitaries to kindly light the ceremonial lamp. Ngasigi Thauramasigi, senglaba mairasi bu chukhat pinabagidamakta, dignitary singda nolukchari. This ceremonial lamp represents the illumination of knowledge, the dispelling of ignorance, and the enlightenment of students and faculty. Ngasigi Thauramasigi senglaba mairasibu chukhat pirambagidamakta, ngasigi dignitary singbu hainingai leita na thagat pafongdokchari. Akoina huzik gift hamper, akoina huzik bouquet amadi souvenir asi Kutsinabagi tanjadu lauzage, bouquet amadi souvenir asibu kutsinabinabagi damakta. Shri Anil Haurokcham, General Secretary, MCCI, na ngasigi Chief Guest oibiriba Shri R.K. Nimai, Retired IAS Officer, amadi Guest of Honor oibiriba Shri Anil Haurokchamda khudol asi tambinabagidamagta ningsingjari. Ngasigi, Guest of Honor oibiribi Srimati L. Nalini, Vice Principal, Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary School, amadi ngasigi President ki phamphamlang da lengsin biribi Srimati Saksi Sharma, Senior Member, Career Point Kota da khudol asi tambina bagidamagta Mr. Sudhir Laishram, CEO, Career Point Kota bu nolukna khudol asi tambina ba ningsingjari. Thagachari, Thauramasi Makacha Thazarakpoina, Ngasi, Career Point Kota, Imphal Center gi, launching function ga mari lainana, Thauramasi gi, welcome speech pibi nabagidamakta, Shri Salam Tej Banta Singh, Assistant Manager, Marketing, Career Point Kota, Imphal Center bu Kausinjari.
Good morning, everyone. Kurumjari. Ahan Bamaktada, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Oja R.K. Nimai, retired IAS officer, guest of honor, Ma'am Nalini, Vice Principal of Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary Academy, guest of honor, Oja Anil Haurokcham, General Secretary, MCCI, Ma'am Sakshi Sharma, Senior Member, Career Point Kota, their students and parents who have come to grace the occasion with your presence. And I would like to welcome all of you to the launching function of Career Point Kota, Imphal Center. Today marks a historic moment for the students and parents of Manipur as we bring one of India's most reputed and successful coaching institute, Career Point Kota, closer to home. Career Point Kota has a legacy of over 30 years of helping and guiding students in getting admission to India's top medical and engineering colleges and achieve their dreams. For many years, students from Manipur had to travel all the way to Kota, Rajasthan, facing not just the challenge of living far away from home, but also facing financial problems like accommodation cost, travel expenses, and living far away from their loved ones. But now, we can proudly say that all those challenges is a thing of the past as we have Career Point Kota Imphal Center right here in our hometown. Moreover, Career Point Kota understands the current situation of the state as the state is going through a conflict situation, and because of that, financial hardships are being faced by many families of the state. So taking these factors in mind, Career Point Kota has taken a significant step in helping to achieve quality education to all the students of Manipur in spite of the financial hardship by reducing the fee structure, especially for Career Point Kota Imphal Center, by reducing it to half of what is being taken at Career Point Kota. For instance, for the crash course for NEET, they are charging 10,000 rupees for 45 days at Kota, but especially for Imphal Center, they has reduced it to half of it by charging only 5,000 rupees for the crash course of 45 days. So we would like to thank Ma'am Sakshi Sharma, the senior member of Career Point Kota, for taking such a considerate step, keeping in consideration of the current situation of the STEP. So Career Point Kota Imphal Center is not just another coaching institute, but it is a beacon of hope for all the students of Manipur who wish to excel in the field of medical and engineering in spite of having financial issues. So, with your support, we at Career Point Kota Imphal Center aim to create a brighter future for our students. And finally, once again, I welcome you all to the launching function of Career Point Kota Imphal Center. Thank you. Tagachari.
Thank you so much, Shri Salam Tej Banta Singh, Assistant Manager Marketing, Career Point Kota, Imphal Center, for your welcome speech. Ngasigi thauram asigi Guest of Honor oibiriba Shri Anil Haurokcham, General Secretary MCCI bu thauram asigi matangda wahai manga taradang thambinaba haina ningsingjari.
Aham maktada tin mirimba me ampuna mapu ikai khumna uchuri, especially dignitary on the dais mingwina panjarapada kiki yambung arkinimai kiki amna Manipur the most decorated IS officer in Manipur. Ayudum haizege most decorated in Haidana. Then Mathanda Srimati N Nalini Devi Bryce Principal Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary School Imphal. And lastly, but not the least, Srimati Sakshi Sharma, Senior Member, Career Point, Kolkata. I am Punamapu Taram Doga Ikai Komnabu Chiri. Ihan Hanamatuta, let me begin by saying congratulations to all the teams of Career Point Kota, especially the Kota's Center in Imphal. Akwegi Yamna Lurabatan Hoigi Hujik Manipur Gilariba situation see Ainamak Sandona Takragasu Mayam Hena Luina Kangaba Wapam Naktani. How this conflict, how this crisis has affected the psychology of the students, the mindset of the students. As crucial period Sida Yam Matang San in the rightful timing the Hoigi Mang the Lengin Biriba, Hoigi Manipurgi, Taudang Sulobi Singsina. Koiki yam the matik charaba yam infamous koiki career center ma Imphal da pubirakna koiki kudong sangi draba timing asida satra singidam da khanbidana pubirakpasi. I give my sincere thanks and sincere thanks from the every section of the community digi I mean people digi loina lerangani su khalli aduga masigi kudong sabasi su koi me chap chana lomina bam changi. I'm hiding Missy, I'm sang the hiding there, but a few words of ma'am understand the winner in hygienic with the every competitive examination I say is not a simple examination just to get the pass on. I with the 10 the 11 karpa, the 12 pass thoraga, the next line of study, the graduate changi do not in a population of some around 1.4 billion, the say in the Indian demography, the nearly 20 to 25% young aged the labor kangu neva. Aduna 12 past Aurakanda technical course a new way of life it's a strong competition never ladies not just giving an exam pass and then continue for or pursue for higher education not there, but there is a very very strict competitions never. Competition na matawakanda ako'y nakhangi si angang singsida proper guidance the right way da ako'y na kutambi budniya but I'm hygienic is it's proper guidance to katana ako'y the sufficient oy di competitive examination lakwa kanda di sab how to crack the examination haidunne ako'y the darka lady singse competition kanba mayam singsida ako'y all India entrance exam da Manipur gi angang singsina hen na crack torok na ba ako'y engineering tamasi kari ko bi JEE haiba mali adigi medical science da tamgado ba NEET NEET ki prekha singsida hena lahenna hena kudung sawa phangdana sigi career sa option changjan na ba khona bi ba Thodang Lobi Gidori institution che I wish to go ahead with the people of Manipur. Aduga hena su successful oiba leba ki su Thodang hena changu lobi haraga I sai bodi dum ten jaragi. Thank you so much.
Ngasi Career Point Kota Imphal Center asi hangdokpagi matangda wahai mga taradang thambirambagidamagta Shri Anil Haurokcham, General Secretary MCCI, ngasigi Guest of Honor oibiriba sibu hainingai leitena thagat pafongdokchari. Makha chathajarak poina ngasigi Guest of Honor oibiribi Srimati L. Nalini, Vice Principal, Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary School busu wahai khara thambina bahaina nolugna ningsingchari.
First of all, a very good morning to everyone who is present here today. Respected Sir Arkanimai Singh, on the dais as the chief guest of today's function, I extend my gratitude. Along with that, I also extend my gratitude to the guest of honor of today's function, Sri Anil Haurokcham, and the president of today's function, Srimati Sakshi Sharma. I'm very delighted that I have been invited as the guest of honor of this function. And before I say anything, I would like to congratulate the team of Career Point Kota Imphal Center for making such a grand achievement and being able to bring Career Point Kota here at Imphal for the students of the state. I need not mention that the state has been going through a tough time from last year, keeping in mind about the need of the hour. I appreciate the achievement made by Career Point Imphal Center, the team. And I need not mention that Career Point Kota in the last 30 years have made such great achievement in providing high-class coaching to the students of India. And it's a privilege for our state and the students of our state that it has also come to our town to extend its service. We must welcome this as a grand opportunity for us to achieve excellence in this field. Ever since the National Testing Agency has undertaken the stacks of screening students who are going to go in the field of medical science and in engineering, it has become even more tough for students to compete in these examinations. But we are lucky that finally that Career Point Kota has come to our state to help our students. So we must not waste this opportunity, grasp it, and give our students, our children, the advantage. And I also like to thank Career Point Kota for considering the situation of the state and giving concession on the fee structure. I thank Srimati Sakshi Sharma for the consideration. And I would like to say that, indeed, today's students, after passing their class 12, there lies a great challenge ahead of them to choose their career, which way to go, which way not to. And today, quality is what matters. I myself, being in the profession of teaching for the last 25 years, at 10+2 level, I have come across and met so many students who, in spite of being brilliant and making great achievement in their class 12 examination, have been unable to go ahead with their career, unable to choose their career. So today is that age where students need to be more alert and look at things from a wider spectrum. And parents also need to be very much educated about what lays ahead in front of them, what they should do for their children and world, how they should help and support their children get on their way to achieve success in their life. Not only getting the degrees, that's important. Degrees are degrees. What we need today is skill. So Manipur has high rate of unemployment, and I think my personal view is that we lack skill. So we acquire our education, we get our degrees, we have our certificates, but that is not the need. That is not what we need today. We need skill to to be able to stand on our own, to utilize the education that we have acquired. And at such a time, youngsters of our state with enterprising spirit have been able to bring such a prestigious institute in our state and lead forward the students of our state. This is a matter of great honor, I think. So I appreciate again the team of Imphal Center for making such a great achievement, and I hope that they put in their best and help the students of our state. With these few words, I would like to end my speech here. Once again, thanking the dignitaries on the dais for gracing today's function with their presence. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Srimati L. Nalini, Vice Principal, Enlightened Knowledge, for your inspiring words. May I now invite the chief guest of today's function, Sri R.K. Nimai, retired IAS officer, to kindly deliver a speech on the occasion. Please, sir.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to all those who are present here. Ms. Sakshi Sharma from Career Point Kota, who is presiding over the function. My dear friend Anil Horoksam and Ms. Nalini Devi, the two guests of honors for this inaugural function. Members of the team of the Imphal Center of Career Point, Kota, distinguished guests, students and parents, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a privilege for me to be present in this small gathering, but a very important one, where an opportunity is being provided to our young students to go ahead, particularly in the field of medicine and engineering. In our time, the competition is much less. We used to play around, we play football every morning, every evening, and then we appear for the exam. Competition was not tough. But now the competition is so tough that children hardly have time to play, hardly have time to enjoy life. And the age of the school age is the time where one needs to enjoy life. As a result, certain skills are being lost. The art of communication, and now it is being taught as a soft skill. If you go to China, or even in Singapore, when you travel in the train, in the MRT, the person sitting next to you will only look into their mobile phone. No, if you travel for 2-3 hours, you will not find even a single person to whom you can talk and ask questions. That is the life that we are now facing. The opportunity that is being provided to our children in preparing for the competitive exam for selection to the top engineering and medical institution, will be open because Career Point Kota is one of the most reputed coaching centers in the country. And for that, I congratulate the team from Imphal for bringing a branch of the institution here. And we also thank Career Point Kota for providing this opportunity to enable our students to have the opportunity to participate and then compete. The overemphasis on medicine and engineering during the last 30 years in Manipur have led to a total imbalance in the field of education, which we find after the conflict started on May 3rd of 2023. We don't have sufficient scholars from social sciences to combat the wrong narratives that has been propagated. From the other side, 9 books has come out, and we have got only 3 books that has come out. And of these 3, except for one, which is written by a scholar from that particular field, it is we who have contributed, people who have never studied social sciences or humanities, but who have studied science. The competition for admission to medicine and engineering is tough. Very few of you will be selected. But the preparation that has gone into need to be properly utilized in other fields where you go for higher studies. The competition has become so tough that we are least bothered about the emotional quotient. We are focusing on the intelligent quotient, IQ, overemphasis on IQ. As a result, social skills is slowly being dissipated, and people are losing faith in the system. I do hope that soft skills, your life skills, also need to be taught in the school, because the coaching center can't provide. The relation between the members of a family is slowly going away. Parents doesn't have time to talk to their children. When we were kids, we were narrated folk stories by our grandmother. As a result, we are in touch with our culture and heritage. Unfortunately, the present generation is totally losing our cultural aspect, the knowledge of our cultural aspect and our heritage. And how do we define us as a community? It is our cultural heritage that defines. So the challenge before us is much more, not only to go for an opportunity to provide us with the best in our future life, but to look back and give back to the society after we succeed in our life. Meitei flatland dwellers prefer to stay in their places. We find it extremely difficult to migrate to other places. Hill people migrate, and is a part of history. It's the nomads who are now ruling the world. Whether you go to Australia, you go to America, it's the nomads who have settled and who have prospered, whereas the indigenous people have been marginalized. So we have to think about our society as a whole. And I do hope that our education system provides it. The National Education Policy 2020 is beautiful on paper. And it's basically what is there in the USA. But in USA, they have the money, they have very limited number of students. But in India, we have very scarce resource, and the number of students are so high that to provide the facilities for imparting the education that is being propounded in the NEP 2020 is going to be extremely difficult, even after 5 years of its publication and adoption by the government of India. We are still way behind in implementing what is there in the National Education Policy of 2020. And these are the challenges our society is now facing. With the subsidized fees, I do hope that students and their parents who are keen that their wards go for medicine and engineering come to Career Point Imphal Center to learn the skill of competing in competitive exam. But in the meantime, I would urge and advise the parents and the students that study is not all. When we were kids, we were taught that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. That needs to be recalled. During your time in class 5, 6, 7, 8, enjoy life. Learn what is around you so that you become a more complete person. Because education is all about bringing up a good person. Literacy and education are two different ball games. It's not similar. Even though we feel that a literate person is educated, it's not. An educated person has a much more wholesome personality as compared to a literate person. As a Manipurian, as a Meitei, I am extremely proud that Professor Santa Laishram of ISI Delhi, one of the leading theoretical mathematicians of the country, is leading the Mathematics Olympiad in Australia this year as an Indian team. He is from Kangabok, comes from a very poor family, but he has shown the way ahead that with hard work, there is nothing you cannot achieve. And there are people like him rising up from very poor conditions, but who have done exceedingly well. In Manipur, I have seen doctors, excellent medical practitioners, but not good doctors because they don't have time to listen to the patients. And talking to the patient helps the patient to think about the future. People are suffering from cancer. They ultimately have depression. But if the doctor talks to them, encourages them, then they will develop the will to fight. And we have got many cancer survivors. My daughter is also one of them. It is, rather than thinking the patient as an ATM that the doctor can draw money, they should look into them as a human being who can contribute to the society. And these are some of the aspects which our present education system is totally lacking. A society needs every category of skill. One particular skill is not superior to any other. The only thing is that you have to be the best in that particular skill area. In UK and others, vocational education starts from a much lower level than at the A level. Then after that, you go for the college education. In India, the emphasis is on degree, college degree rather than the set of skill that will carry you along in your life. There are many things which we can discuss, but today is a happy moment for all of us as Career Point Kota is coming to Imphal, and today is the inaugural function of the Imphal Center. And I do hope that the parents and students take this opportunity so that they can progress further in the field of, by entering into the field of medicine and engineering. With these few words, I wish the Imphal Center a great success and help our students to go to some of the most prestigious institutions in the country. Thank you very much.
Ngasigi thauramasi chief guest ki phampam langda lengsinbiriba ikai khumnabada matik charaba Shri R.K. Nimai retired IAS officer na ngasigi aikhoigi punsida changda yadraba amadi aikhoigi punsida thengnagadaba gi pautak sing pibirambagi damakta hainingai leitana thagat pafongdokchari. To deliver the presidential speech, may I now invite Srimati Sakshi Sarma, Senior Member, Career Point Kota, the President of today's function, to kindly give the presidential speech.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And good morning, students and parents and our chief guest. My name is Sakshi Sharma and I am from Career Point Kota, Rajasthan. I have over 8 years of experience in an education field, and I am the success manager of an Imphal Center. And today I am representing our Kota branch. So first of all, if I talk about Kota, अपने career point, so it is a well established institute of a Kota city. That helps student with their preparation. So I just want to know you all have heard about Kota, right? So Kota, it is an education hub जहाँ पर इंडिया के अराउंड 4 to 5 लाख स्टूडेंट्स हर साल अपने कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम की प्रिपरेशन करने कोटा आते हैं. एंड स्टूडेंट्स को जो मोस्ट सबसे ज़्यादा कोटा में चैलेंज फेस करना होता है वो ये होता है कि वो अपने घर से बहुत दूर होता है एंड हॉस्टल में वो लोग रहते हैं, वहाँ का फूड एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं. एंड द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़, अगर आप लोगों ने कभी कोटा विज़िट किया है या कोटा इंस्टीट्यूट आपने विज़िट किया है, सो आपको स्टूडेंट ये बहुत अच्छे से फील कर सकते हैं कि वहाँ एक क्लास में अराउंड 250-300 स्टूडेंट्स बैठते हैं. तो एक्चुअली स्टूडेंट कोटा चले तो जाते हैं, लेकिन उनको ना कोटा में जाके सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम ये फेस करना होता है कि एक तो उनको 1 से 2 मंथ लग जाता है कोटा में एडजस्ट होने में. उसके बाद जब वो अपनी प्रिपरेशन शुरू करते हैं तो उनको एक्चुअल रियल प्रेशर फील होता है कि घर से इतना दूर आ तो गए हैं, फीस भी पूरा पे कर दिया है, हॉस्टल रेंट सब कुछ पे कर दिया है, लेकिन प्रिपरेशन नहीं हो पा रही. और प्रिपरेशन नहीं होने का सबसे बड़ा रीज़न होता है राइट डायरेक्शन. क्योंकि 250 की क्लास में अगर मैं एज अ स्टूडेंट बैठूंगी तो ये फॉर श्योर है कि वो 1 से 1.5 घंटे की क्लास में मैं अपने फैकल्टी के साथ इंट्रैक्शन ही नहीं कर पाऊंगी. सो हमारे जो प्रमोद माहेश्वरी सर हैं, जो कि हमारे करियर पॉइंट के फाउंडर हैं, उन्होंने 2006 में ये एक लिया था कि मैं कोटा में कोचिंग ना रन करके और मैं इंडिया के हर स्टेट हर सिटी में अपना करियर पॉइंट लेके जाऊंगा, ताकि एक्चुअली स्टूडेंट्स को अपना शहर छोड़ के कोटा ना आना पड़े. एंड अभी इम्फाल सेंटर में भी हम लोगों ने अपना करियर पॉइंट ओपन इसलिए किया है बिकॉज हमारे मणिपुर से या हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट से कोटा में काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं एंड दे आर एक्चुअली स्ट्रगलिंग. सो हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे यहाँ पे हम लोग करियर पॉइंट स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. उसके पीछे रीज़न ये है कि इम्फाल के स्टूडेंट्स को या नियर बाय इम्फाल के स्टूडेंट्स को अपना स्टेट और अपना सिटी ना मूव करना पड़े. एंड ऐसा होता है कि कोटा के सेंटर हमारे सिटी में आ तो जाते हैं, बट द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्या एक्चुअली जो प्रिपरेशन होने वाली है वो कोटा जैसी होने वाली है. तो यस, बिकॉज किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट को रन करने में सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट होता है कि 95% उसका अकेडमिक पार्ट, एंड स्पेशली हम लोगों ने यहाँ के स्टूडेंट की प्रिपरेशन के लिए हमारे जो फैकल्टीज़ हैं वो सारे कोटा से आने वाले हैं, एंड वो खुद भी IITians होंगे, NITians होंगे, और मे बी अगर मतलब बायोलॉजी के हमारे फैकल्टीज़ हैं तो वो डॉक्टर होंगे या फिर उनका एक हाईली रिच एक्सपीरियंस होगा। आप लोगों को मैं ये भी बताती हूँ स्टूडेंट्स, मतलब स्पेशली स्टूडेंट एंड मतलब पेरेंट्स, कि अगर आप अपने करियर पॉइंट इम्फाल सेंटर ज्वाइन करते हैं, सो अगर आप आज ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं और आपका बैच नेक्स्ट मंथ शुरू हो रहा है, सो आपको 365 मतलब आपके डेज का प्लानर आपके हाथ में होगा कि एक्चुअली मुझे आज क्या पढ़ाया जाने वाला है, मेरा सिलेबस कब कंप्लीट होने वाला है, और नेक्स्ट जो भी मैं कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम की प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ उसमें मैं कौन कौन से सिलेबस को कवर करने वाला हूँ इन फ्यू डेज़ या फ्यू मंथ्स में। सो हमारा पूरा अकेडमिक प्लानर जो होगा वो हमारे कोटा का ही होगा, एंड हमारे फैकल्टीज़ जो होंगे हमारे कोटा के होंगे। उसके ना अलावा सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ होता है कि स्टूडेंट अपने फैकल्टीज़ के साथ इंटरेक्शन करते हैं। हमारा जो बैच साइज़ होगा वो सिर्फ 25 से 30 स्टूडेंट्स का होगा। मतलब अगर इफ़ इन केस हमारे स्टूडेंट्स ज़्यादा होते तो हम उसके लिए एक डिफरेंट बैच क्रिएट करेंगे, बट 25 से 30 स्टूडेंट्स से ज़्यादा हम लोग एक क्लास में एंटरटेन नहीं करेंगे। स्टूडेंट्स के लिए हम लोग जो USPs लेके आ रहे हैं वो ये है कि हमारे कोटा का स्टडी मटेरियल होगा। अब मतलब यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट क्या, इंडिया के मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट जो स्टडी मटेरियल होता है उससे पढ़ते ही नहीं है। रीज़न बिहाइंड दैट कि उसमें बहुत सारा कंटेंट होता है। एम आई राइट? तो हमारा जो स्टडी मटेरियल होगा वो होगा कम्प्लीटली एग्ज़ाम ओरिएंटेड स्टडी मटेरियल, यानी कि स्टूडेंट्स को सिर्फ उतना ही पढ़ना है जितना एक्चुअली उनके एग्ज़ाम के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है। सेकेंड, हमारा डिजिटल एप्लीकेशन। सो हमारे जो फैकल्टीज़ होंगे कोटा के वो मतलब ना फिज़िकली यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट होंगे, तो समटाइम्स स्टूडेंट्स के पास एडुकेटेड चूजिंग ऑप्शन नहीं होता है। लाइक अगर स्टूडेंट को फिज़िक्स साक्षी मैम पढ़ा रही हैं तो समटाइम्स स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है कि नहीं, साक्षी मैम के अलावा मुझे ये टॉपिक किसी और है ना एडुकेटर से पढ़ना है। सो इसके लिए हमारा डिजिटल एक्सेस होगा जिसमें हमारे कोटा फैकल्टीज़ जो एक्चुअली अभी कोटा में है उनकी सारी रिकॉर्डेड क्लासेस स्टूडेंट्स को मिलेंगी। तो स्टूडेंट्स के पास हमेशा एक एडुकेटर चूजिंग ऑप्शन भी होगा। अगर उन्हें उनके जो इम्फाल के एडुकेटर है उनके अलावा भी अगर किसी और है ना एडुकेटर की क्लासेस उनको देखनी है, सो वो हमारे डिजिटल ऐप का यूज़ कर सकते हैं। सेकेंड, जो स्टूडेंट को बेनिफिट होने वाला है डिजिटल एप्लीकेशन का वो ये होने वाला है कि स्टूडेंट जो ऑफलाइन अपने टेस्ट देंगे वो यहाँ पे तो टेस्ट देंगे और यहाँ के स्टूडेंट के बीच में अपनी रैंक को एनालिसिस करेंगे, लेकिन हमारे डिजिटल एप्लीकेशन में स्टूडेंट हमारे मतलब पैन इंडिया में वी हैव 50+ सेंटर्स इन इंडिया। सो जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके बीच में जब वो ऑनलाइन एग्ज़ाम देंगे तो स्टूडेंट की जो रैंक है ना एनालिसिस होगी वो होगी हमारे पैन इंडिया के ऑलमोस्ट 50,000+ स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में। आपका जो चैप्टर टेस्ट होंगे, यूनिट टेस्ट होंगे, मेजर टेस्ट होंगे, माइनर टेस्ट होंगे, उनके क्वेश्चन का जो स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मेट होगा, वी हैव आवर ओन मतलब है ना R&D टीम। तो जो आपके टेस्ट पेपर्स का भी स्टैंडर्ड होगा वो कम्प्लीटली कॉम्पिटिटिव स्टैंडर्ड होगा। एंड वी विल बी प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर स्टेट बोर्ड एग्जाम्स, CBSE एग्जाम्स, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम, ओलंपियाड्स एंड आपके नीट एंड ना IIT एग्ज़ाम्स। एंड इसके ना अलावा भी अगर स्टूडेंट वांट्स टू चूज़ कि नहीं मुझे PCMB नहीं जाना है, मुझे आर्ट्स लेना है, मुझे कॉमर्स लेना है, मुझे किसी गवर्नमेंट कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम के लिए प्रिपरेशन करना है, सो उसके लिए भी हमारी एक सेपरेट टीम है कोटा में जो एक्चुअली स्टूडेंट को उनके करियर को चूज़ करने में उनकी हेल्प करेगी। इसी के साथ साथ हमारे जो कोटा फैकल्टीज़ हैं, हमारे जो IITian फैकल्टीज़ हैं वो इम्फाल में आके स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ाने वाले हैं, लेकिन हमारे जो एकेडमिक डायरेक्टर है मिस्टर शैलेंद्र माहेश्वरी सर, ही इज़ अ ब्रदर ऑफ PM माहेश्वरी सर। सो उनका सेशन हर मंथ हम लोग इम्फाल के स्टूडेंट्स को प्रोवाइड करने वाले हैं जिसमें स्टूडेंट्स 1-on-1 इंट्रैक्शन कर सकते हैं शैलेंद्र माहेश्वरी सर के साथ। ही हैज़ अ 30+ years ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस एंड ही इज़ अ मैथमेटिक्स लजार्ड। मतलब मैं आपको एक बात बताती हूँ, राजस्थानी में कहते हैं कि जब वो क्लास लेने जाते हैं तो उनकी क्लास के बाहर ना गार्ड खड़े करते हैं क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स उनसे मतलब पढ़ने के लिए इतना वो होता है कि जस्ट वो भीड़ को धक्का मारते हुए क्लास में बस एंटर होने की कोशिश करते हैं। तो शैलेंद्र माहेश्वरी सर के साथ और हमारी कोटा एग्जिस्टिंग फैकल्टी के साथ आपका हर मंथ और हर 2 मंथ में एक इंट्रैक्शन होने वाला है। इनफैक्ट हम लोग जस्ट आप लोगों को ये भी प्रोवाइड करने वाले हैं, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल हमारे हाफ ईयरली एग्ज़ाम्स होते हैं, हमारे मंथली टेस्ट होते हैं, तो स्टूडेंट के मन में एक प्रेशर आने लगता है, अरे हाफ ईयरली एग्ज़ाम में सिलेबस तो कवर हुआ ही नहीं है, अरे एनुअल एग्ज़ाम्स आ रहे हैं सिलेबस तो कवर हुआ ही नहीं है। तो उसके लिए भी राइट स्ट्रैटेजी में हम लोग गाइड करते हैं, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट आप लोगों ने मैक्सिमम देखा होगा, स्टूडेंट है ना 8 आवर्स पढ़ाई करते हैं, 10 आवर्स पढ़ाई करते हैं, लेकिन अगर हम उनसे पूछें कि इसमें इफेक्टिव स्टडी कितनी कैलकुलेट हो रही है, सो स्टूडेंट कहता है 1 और 2 आवर्स, बिकॉज हम लोग डिवाइड ही नहीं कर पाते। अगर हमने प्रिपरेशन के लिए 8 आवर्स निकालने तो उन मतलब ना 8 आवर्स को डिवाइड कैसे किया जाता है। एंड हर स्टूडेंट्स को पता होना चाहिए कि अगर वो किसी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम को उस एग्ज़ाम की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं और उनको अपना एक ड्रीम कॉलेज अचीव करना है, सो उसके लिए 2 तरह की स्टडी होती है। फर्स्ट होता है अकेडमिक एंड सेकेंड होता है नॉन अकेडमिक। सो ना अकेडमिक स्ट्रैटेजी एक अलग होती है जिसमें एक्चुअली हम लोग डिवाइड करते हैं कि मुझे अभी कौन सा सब्जेक्ट सबसे मतलब पहले लेना है। एंड हमारी नॉन अकेडमिक स्ट्रैटेजी ये होती है कि एक्चुअली अगर मैं 8 आवर्स पढ़ाई कर रहा हूँ तो उसमें से मेरी इफेक्टिव स्टडी कितनी कैलकुलेट होती है। तो अकेडमिक स्ट्रैटेजी भी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहेगी, और हमारी नॉन अकेडमिक स्ट्रैटेजी जहाँ पे एक्चुअली आप प्लान कर रहे हो कि मुझे एक साल में नीट के लिए 10,000 प्लस क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करना है, 20,000 प्लस क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करना है। ये सारी टीचिंग मैथोलॉजी लेके हम लोग इम्फाल सेंटर आए हैं ताकि एटलीस्ट यहाँ के स्टूडेंट्स को हम वो चीज़ प्रोवाइड कर पाएँ जो एक्चुअली उनको बाहर जाके प्रोवाइड मतलब मिलती है। एंड देखो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ होता है फिनेंशियली, बिकॉज जब भी आप बाहर जाते हैं तो 2 लाख 3 लाख 1 लाख 1.5 हम लोग जस्ट फ़ी पे करते हैं, उसके बाद बहुत एक्सपेंस होता है, उसके बाद भी हमें नहीं पता कि एक्चुअली हमारी प्रिपरेशन सही डायरेक्शन में है या नहीं है। तो उन सब चीज़ों को सोचते हुए मिस्टर प्रमोद माहेश्वरी सर हैज़ डिसाइडेड कि हमें मैक्सिमम सिटीज़ मैक्सिमम स्टेट में हमें हमारे सेंटर्स ओपन करने, ताकि हम मतलब है ना हर शहर में कोटा की टीचिंग मैथोलॉजी लेके जाएँ। एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट कि मतलब है ना कोटा आपको इंजीनियर या डॉक्टर नहीं बनाता है, एंड सिर्फ है ना कोटा वो प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड कर रहा है। अगर आपको एक सही एडुकेटर आपके शहर में मिल जाए और वो आपको एक मतलब पेड़ के नीचे बैठ के भी पढ़ा रहे हैं ना, तो भी आप अपने एम को अचीव कर सकते हो। सो इम्फाल के स्टूडेंट के लिए एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, एंड मैं स्टूडेंट्स को एंड स्टूडेंट पेरेंट्स को ये भी कहूँगी कि मैक्सिमम इम्फाल के जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं अपनी अकेडमिक्स को लेकर, या जो सिर्फ स्टडी कर रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको स्टडी करना है बट उनको ये नहीं पता कि ये स्टडी मेरे आगे कितना काम आने वाली है, तो एटलीस्ट आप उन सभी स्टूडेंट्स को हमारी नॉन अकेडमिक इम्फाल की टीम से आप उनको मिलवाएँ। एंड हम लोग मतलब ना कोटा से इम्फाल के स्टूडेंट्स को एटलीस्ट वो सपोर्ट मिलने वाला है जहाँ पे उनको एक हेल्प मिलेगी कि एक्चुअली मुझे मेरे एम को अचीव कैसे करना है। एंड मैं एक और चीज़ आप लोग को कहना चाहूँगी कि सिर्फ मतलब कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम में सिर्फ IIT और नीट ही नहीं है, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम से बहुत सारे एग्ज़ाम्स हैं। सो अगर हम उन एग्ज़ाम की प्रिपरेशन भी अभी एज ऑफ नाउ नहीं करवा रहे, लाइक गवर्नमेंट एग्ज़ाम CA या जो भी है, बट फॉर श्योर हमारी टीम स्टूडेंट्स को हर एग्ज़ाम को लेकर हर स्ट्रीम को लेकर उनको हेल्प करने वाली है। इसके बाद भी अगर आपको 1-on-1 मुझसे कोटा के बारे में, हमारे स्टडी मटेरियल के बारे में, हमारे फैकल्टीज़ के बारे में कुछ भी अगर आपको एज अ इन पर्सन पूछना है, सो मैं आज और कल इम्फाल में ही हूँ। सो आप लोग आके मुझसे मिल सकते हैं। अगर आप लोग चाहते हैं कि मैं आपकी कोटा फैकल्टी से भी इंट्रैक्शन कराऊँ, सो वो भी हम लोग प्लान कर सकते हैं। So as of now, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Srimati Sakshi Sarma, for your presidential speech and also giving a brief about the teaching methodology of Career Point Kota and bringing the reputed coaching center here in Imphal. Thauramasi loisilakpaga loinana ngasigi thauramasi vote of thanks pibinabagidamakta Mrs. Valentina Saugrapambu lengsinbiraknaba haizari.
Good morning, everyone, once again. On behalf of Career Point Kota Imphal branch, it is my honor to express our sincere gratitude. A heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Shri R.K. Nimai, retired IAS officer, and chief guest of honor, Shri Anil Haurakcham, General Secretary, MCCI, and Srimati L. Nalini, Vice Principal, Enlightened Knowledge, Higher Secondary School, and our President, Srimati Sakshi Sharma, Senior Member, Career Point, Kota. For their valuable time and support, your presence has truly added significance to this event. We deeply appreciate Career Point, Kota for bringing top quality education to Imphal, giving students the guidance they need to achieve their dreams. A big thank you to the entire organizing team for their dedication in making this event a success. Most importantly, to our students, parents, and well-wishers, your trust and enthusiasm are what drive us forward. We look forward to a journey of excellence together. Thank you all once again and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Ngasigi thauramasigi vote of thanks pibirambagidamakta Mrs. Valentina Saugrakpambu hainingai leitana thagatpa phongdokchari. With this, we have come to the end of the launching function of Career Point Kota Imphal Center. Thank you one and all for making this function a grand success. Ngasigi thauramasi matang asida loisinjare thauramasibu mapung phahanbibagidamakta ngasi thauramasida lengbirakliba khwai pumnamaku amukahanna ikai khumnaba uchari.